I know that with that bestseller rank, the books are going to be making at least $500 per month. So if the books are making at least $500 per month, I'm having say 10 books, then I'm certain that at the end of the month, I'll be able to make about $5,000. When you want to publish your book on Amazon KDP, Amazon asks you for 7 keywords and 3 categories. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how easy it is for you to be able to get that information, and I'm going to be using Publisher Rocket. If you don't have Publisher Rocket, it's a one-time purchase, and I have the link down below. If you don't have Publisher Rocket, I'm also going to show you what you can do to be able to get that information. So when you come to Publisher Rocket, whatever thing that you want to publish your book on, whatever idea you have, let's say you want to create a book on Jonas, you just come here and create and type Jonas. So one thing too that I want to tell you is that as AI is growing, things are changing. I want you to know that you have to also grow with the technology in order for you to be able to succeed in this business. For example, I've shown on the channel how you can create a high content book within minutes. And so if that possibility is existing, you can't just keep creating line journals, then your books will not sell. I want you to know that even if you want to create a journal, it has to be high quality journal. So when we come here, we go here to go get Rocket, and then you just come here and you just open all of this like this. So when you do this, just take your time. It's a process that is going to take you some time. You just go ahead and do all of that like that, and just open. My goal is always that I want to see the one that has green like this. It means that the search volume is high and then the competition is low. So you just take your time and you go through the process. And when it has also like these ones, they are very high and this one is orange, and you can see the journals here, they are really doing very well. And look at the search volume, how high it is, and then the competition is not too bad. So this is something that we can easily get into. So now let me just focus on this one that is green and green. I'll just come here and I'll go like this, and it says journals for Black women. So let's focus on that. Now, the next thing that I have to do after I found out what I'm interested in, that I want to create a journal for Black women, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to check the competitive analysis. So now I'm going to come here and I'll just click here like this. So Publisher Rocket is going to bring all the books that are in this area. When we are checking here on keyword search, Publisher Rocket brings every book that talks about journals, and it gives us the averages, the monthly say, average monthly say, gives us the average number, gives us all the average values. Competition analysis gives us information for the individual books. So now you can see that these are the individual books that are in this niche, that are in this area. And so you can come here. Now in this book, you can see the daily sales of the individual books. You can see the monthly sale of the individual books. One of the things that I always check here, I check the monthly sale, I check the daily sales, I look at the price. But one thing that also interests me so much here is the bestseller rank. So when I want to publish in a particular niche, what I will do is that I'll make sure that they have the bestseller rank or less. And the reason being that I know that with that bestseller rank, the books are going to be making at least $500 per month. So if the books are making at least $500 per month, I'm having say 10 books, then I'm certain that at the end of the month, I'll be able to make about $5,000. And then that can guide you on the number of books that you need to have at least if you want to make this your full-time business. Now that we've looked at the bestseller rank, another thing that I always look at, I look at the age. I look at the number of books that are there. How old are those books? If I see that there are no new books here that are making sales, then I know that, oh wow, it seems as if all the books that are actually making sales, they are old books. Another thing that I'm interested to see here is that I don't want to see one book that is getting all the sales, because it looks as if that book is like a monopoly in that area. I don't want that. If there is one big brand that is having all the sales, then I know that it's a monopoly. So other businesses are not able to compete in that particular brand. It's very common when it comes to some children's books. When I'm going to come here to check out the individual books, when I check out the individual books, I'm going to check the reviews and see what customers are saying about that book. All the positive things that customers are saying, I'm going to note them. All the negative things that customers are saying, I'm going to note them. And then when I'm making my own book, I make sure that I improve on it. I'll look at maybe 5 different books, and then I make sure when I'm creating my own, I put all the good things that I noticed when I was doing my research in my book, and all the negative things, I make sure I remove them or I improve on them. competition. Let's go back to the keyword. We will be able to get our 7 keyword for Amazon KDP. So of course, this is one of our keywords, and then I'll come here. I'll look at the other ones that have high search volume and low competition. I'm going to copy my 7 keywords from here, making sure that I'm looking at the ones that have high search volume and low competition that are related to the book that I want to create. So when I go back to competitive analysis, when it comes to the category, what I normally do is that I'll come here, this part that says unleash the category. We are going to see all the categories that this book is under. This book that relates to journals for Black women. These are the different categories that they are under. And now I'm looking here and seeing which one my book fits inside the most. But one interesting thing that I want to show you here is that if you come to this category, for example, and then if you look for your specific category here, and then you choose the category where you want to publish your book, let's say this is the category you are using, right? And then if you come here and just click here, this inside here, see, these are keywords that people are also using. So these are some of the main keywords that you can use to be able to rank for this category. So where you are putting your 7 keywords, you can take some keywords from it. You can take keywords too from here and use for that. And then for the categories, these ones that have this inside by the side, right? If you click on this inside like this, guess what will happen? They'll tell you information about this category, and they'll tell you, see how it's growing. So you'll be able to see that sales in this category has increased by this amount. So the category keeps growing. So this is a category that you can easily get into because you see that it is actually growing. It's not falling. Some of them actually falls instead. So that's how you can get this information. So this is the exact category right here. Is coloring books. You can see that the graph is showing that it's growing, and this is the growth here. Category growth. It shows that the sales are growing. So this one doesn't have enough data to be able to give you that kind of information. Let's say, for example, we just take another one and see, okay, look at this one. This one is instead falling, you see. So when you are publishing your book, just look at categories that are also growing. So this is one information that you can use. That's why Publisher Rocket is just so amazing. You know, spend your time on this tool and just look at different things. You'll be able to learn a lot. So one interesting thing that I want to show you here is that if you come to this category, for example, this one, we'll see that here we need to sell just 2 books to be among the top 10 books, and then we need to sell just 11 books to be a bestseller. So that's something that you can do, but just make sure that the book you are putting your category inside, it also relates to your book, and then you can look at these values and see where your book can easily be bestseller. The reason why is this information important? It's important because you are going to put your book in 3 different categories. So if one of them is showing a best-selling book, then the other 2 categories, it doesn't matter so long as your book has that best-selling tag. Especially if you start running ad and people are able to see that best-selling tag, they already know that this book is a best-selling book. They don't need to know which category that book is in. They don't know what is happening at the back end, but they know that it's a best-selling book, and so it's also going to help to increase your sales. That means that one of your book can be in a category that has lower barrier to entry, and then the other books can be in a different category. And if your book is like that, you will still have that bestseller tag on your book. But one thing that you have to avoid is that you should never take your book and put in a category that has no relation to your book. Because Amazon can ban your account for doing that, because you are going to be misleading the customers. Now that we've had an idea, so you can come here. So if you are taking this category, so this is the category, this is the path to the category. So this is what you are going to take and put your book in. Let me show you how, if you don't have Publisher Rocket, what you can do to be able to get your category. So let's assume that you are on Amazon and this is the book that you wanted to get the category. So you can just scroll down to the book. You see it's an independent author. You can just scroll down to the book and you will see the categories where this book has been published, and these are the different categories where the book has been published. So you can see the categories, and then you can copy these categories from here and use it on your book. But it's a little bit more tough, because what if they made a mistake in their own category? So sometimes that's the disadvantage of using things like this. So another thing that you can do, you can just come here to the category here, and then you can go to the other books. You can go to the other books that are here, and then now you can click on the books and then go under again and then see the categories where they have those books. That's one way that you can do it. Go under the books that are sampled to you and then just look at the categories where they have published their books. So if this is your first time to see my face, my name is Delphine Tamukong. I want to encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the family. On this channel, I show you step by step how to make money, how to save your money, and even how to invest your money, especially as children of God. So if this is something that interests you, I want to encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the family. If you watch this video up to this point, I just want you to put in the description box that I now understand how to get my keywords and categories. Love you all so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
It's been a while since we lay